There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us the end of promise from them. The welcome my life without fear.
I lyrical
Master.
Play Paris who make you I can't Sktv benyo. Say my chutney, Tina get I say my yamo. And yes I know money, and more I yo. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I dine ya to money, and I sanya ya to money, and I quantly ya to money, and I put a boy ya to money, and I dine ya to money, and I sanya ya to money, and I quantly ya to money, and I put a boy ya to money, and I forget now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. The work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monster Rider, San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonk to Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Yes, sorry to all of yes, you're right. I've just noticed that already. Thanks to all of you people. Yeah, I already get that corrected. That's good. To our people there in the diaspora, good evening to you. No sound. I already get the sound corrected. Good luck, Patrick Lamar. Thank you for that. Let me recognize a few of our people. Sidiki Traore, thank you for always joining us. And Melvin Shiu, also one of our panelists. Also, thank you, Mr. Dishu, and I hope and pray that you will be here with us this evening. For a matter of fact, it's May Week, the May Week edition of the Sktv show. The show will be interesting. There are a lot of us. Look, we always saying this thing when things happen. Sometimes you gotta learn. There are some of us today, when people carry communication to us, we don't even read some of the communication. We wrap everything into our hands and put them into the trash can. You know, sometimes we read the communications, sometimes we don't even react. That means there's no reply, nothing. You just remain mute. So when you hear about communication, you're jumping. Oh, communication was sent to my deacon office. Oh, communication was sent to the president's office. Yes. So what happened? The other movement people, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Help us share the show. The show will be interesting. I know Liberia is not easy though. I understand. In fact, there are other things, certain part of the country in Sano, those of you who in the southeast, to be specific, in Sano County, one of our reporters is also there. Our colleague, Anthony Dan, also, who also report for the closing argument, and better still, work here with us at Truth FM also. Anthony Dan is somewhere around there in Sano. He's been reporting about the commodities, the prices of commodities. The one that even got to me is a plastic bag of water is $25 according to him. I don't know which part of Sano, but people are saying, no, in a gold man. Which one's going to be more cheaper or expensive? To where money is, or to where money are, or to where play money plenty. Some of you are going to be. So, well, anyway, at least everybody are watching along with us. At least let's share the show, my people. Y'all help us share the show, people. Some of you who are watching, that's the best thing to do. So, we have the commodities, the prices of the few commodities that were sent to us. And thanks to Anthony Dan for that magnificent observation and great job. You know, when we say this thing, you'll get angry. Plastic bag of water, $25 in Sano. Plastic. So for the economy, I feel my Jigomba, that one now we're feeling way already. What are you into the separate tango, not the separate tango? What are you into? What kind of muffin? We jump over it. We did that one way up. We don't get any more than for economy business. What are your economy improving? What are you coming down? Whatsoever thing that's happening to you? Leave that one with you. So we move. Aliu, I don't know how come I'm not seeing you, my brother. I don't know what's going on, but let me have you. Yeah, Aliu, I'm not seeing you like that. Let me have myself also. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me do a little adjustment here too also. But I'm not seeing you like that, Aliu. So either you got to log in or log out, Aliu, to come. Yeah. Let me recognize a few of our people. There are a lot of you who are watching. Robert Fasulu Jackley, good evening and welcome. Help us share the show, those of you who are watching. Victoria B. Tier, thank you for joining us. It's a good evening, neighbor and your panelist watching from Painesville, Jacotown. Thank you so much to Victoria B. Tier for joining us. Sidiki Alisha. Imara Bro, one of our great followers also who are always watching, sharing the show, informing people. Thank you so much, Brother Emmanuel, for all you do for the SKTV. Lina Yimpan, thank you so much also for everything. You know, for us here, I think we all were talking for the betterment of our country. No matter what we say, no matter what we do, no matter which side you fall or not, at the end of the day, it's all about Liberia. So let me say happy pre-birthday to my wife. You know, every time we come on here, we talk about social things. People think that maybe some of us, we don't have a companion or we don't have anybody. So maybe that's why we are talking about. No. So my wife, tomorrow, will make her, in fact, we'll be making us 3 years into our marriage, and she'll be celebrating her birthday on tomorrow by the grace of God. So yeah, happy pre-birthday to you, my darling wifey. You know, tomorrow I will tell some of you tomorrow my little experience into marriage and so forth, some of the things I've been going through, some of the ups and downs. Everything is not rosy, but God is there. God, no, let me tell you, even when you have money, say there's problem. When you don't get money again, the problem probably worst. You see, when you get problem, or in fact you get money, there are problems. Then you don't have money. What happened? The problem got worst because every little thing of is problem and no way to solve some of the problems because you need money to solve the problems. So again, my wife will be celebrating her birthday on tomorrow, and also we'll be celebrating our 3rd wedding anniversary for a matter of fact, and we'll be appreciating a lot of you who also help us coming together. You know, it's not just easy to come together, but to maintain. Yeah, that one matter. Oh, yeah, that one can happen. You know, the pressure that happened last night, right? Some of you that watched the football game, the pressure from Spain, right? Look, yeah, sometimes I swear. Thank God that some of us we are. In fact, we are not even betting. Some of you who are betting, I'm not saying don't bet, but I can't bet. No wonder. Yeah, because it's not easy though. Do you know what it means to look at people like France? France of all people allow Spain where their defense leaking. The only thing that they're hoping on is their midfield. But the whole entire defense leaking. For Spain to maintain France 100%. After I give on a football, it's not just easy, football, that's not a game. So tonight again, we go, people. For some of us, for me, I've been supporting few teams. Let me be frank of countries. Support the USA, they're already out, and that are the Belgium, and they're already out. I also support, in fact, England. Usual for me, I support England. And one more team also that was supporting, they already into the final, which is Spain. Yes, I like their way of playing, so I support Spain. And in the because I want to see fine football. I don't want to see any kind of more, you know, some of the teams going for final, all kinds of teams going for final. So tonight, if England or Argentina qualify, any of them that will be going for final, the final will be played on Sunday. By the grace of God, Sunday, hopefully the World Cup come to an end. And yeah, then the whole World Cup benefiting and the visa now. Visa nothing. Everything finished, hopefully on Sunday. But let me see, Aliu. I don't know what Aliu still very okay. Yeah, I think Aliu, you are much better. Let me see. I can get you on, my dear brother and friend Aliu. All right, Aliu, are you okay?
Can you hear me?
Oh,
hello.
Again, Aliu, I think you got to do a little adjustment from your end. I'm sharing the show, but how are you getting, Aliu?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, you come in something way. I'm getting a little bit, but go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Aliu?
Yes, let me go out and come back. I know you had to check your system.
Yeah. Aliu, what gonna look, Aliu, we're not getting you. Let me see, maybe when the other panelists come on, maybe whether they'll be okay, but I'm not getting you. Maybe you got to change your location and see how best to get us going. But people, good evening again to all of you. We have so many things to talk about. Like I started with the prices. I don't know, but a bag of coal here in Liberia is $900 for our team. For the other type of coal they call, is that a rubber coal? Some of you who know about this type of coal, because they have the iron coal. So the iron coal, I think is around $1,000, and that the rubber coal, I think is around $900. So in Sano County, according to my colleague, he said a cup of rice in Sano is $80 for a cup of rice in Sano. All the things we say here, so we not go and just maybe fabricate a story or to just come and tell you a story. No. So he said, and in fact, you posted that on the closing argument page. So you can also go there to verify some of you. So he said water is 25 LD per bag. Not per sago or per bag. Bag of water is 25 LD. And a cup of rice is $80 Liberian dollar for a cup of rice. And he says cement. A bag of cement is 2,500 Liberian dollars. So 2,500 Liberian dollars, I think is about $10. So it's around let me see, nearly $12, somewhere around maybe 12. Thank you, $12, right? Okay, good. So yeah, so it's around $12 for a bag of cement that is sold here in maneuver for around I think either $8.50 or $7.50 or something. Yeah. So it's around $12 in Sano. And it's also said gasoline is 1,300 per gallon. Wow. Yeah. Well, No. So gasoline is 1,300 per gallon in Sano, according to him. Sano, a gallon of gasoline is 1,300, and fuel oil is 1,500 per gallon. So let me make it clear again to some of you. A gallon of gasoline in Sano is 1,300 per gallon, or 1 gallon is 1,300 for gasoline. Then for fuel, 1,500 for fuel gallon. 1 gallon of fuel, 1,500 Liberian dollars in Sano. So those of you who are watching, maybe you are a little bit confused with the Liberian dollars and now the USD. So $1,300, when you convert that, I think it will be around, let me see, we got $5 is 900. So I think almost about 12, no, 7, 8, either $8, right? Okay, so it's around $8.50 or more, $8 something. So yeah, so around $8. So fuel oil is 1,500. So 1,500 is roughly about, we got $10, yeah, 1.6. So almost $10. So I'm on let's just say maybe $8.50 or $9. Because $10 here in the nation capital is 1,006. So rice bag is 4,700. Rice bag, that means a bag of rice, 4,700. So 4,700 when you convert it to USD is around or if I say up to 5,000. So that means 5,000. So that means if you take it at the rate of 200, so that means at 25. So let's just assume at the rate of 200, that means at 25. Because if it's 5,000, but let's just take it at the rate of 180. So 180, let me see. Yeah, let me just make it clear before you're going to say maybe because I quit. Your quote came and need to my deacon before you say, today your church member on you. So but let me bring all my team member on quickly. Ali, what's up?
Maybe can you hear me now?
Yes, I'm getting you, Ali.
I had to go or come by 3-4 times before you
as well. I don't know why we're happening. Maybe people get issue.
I will put that hacking my I will run behind yourself when you try me. Eh?
Yeah, I think I will check out. You got to check out something. You're right.
Yeah, myself. Where?
Okay.
Meanwhile, go back to your grandpa yourself. I got to start hacking my account.
Lofa, how you doing too? Let's see what I can get. Maybe all of you, what I can get you people loud and clear.
Nah, you should not have a problem with me. The only problem you should have is, yeah, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? You got something playing in the back. Can you hear me?
Oh, something happening again. Lofa, we're not getting to go.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Lofa loud and clear.
Right, it's from Melbourne. Melbourne's from your side though. So I'm not surprised. It's from your side. Nothing.
Something is playing. I don't know what is playing behind you or somebody that want me getting.
I'm sure it was the shoe. I think it was the shoe side. Something like that.
But
okay. Well, I'm not really getting to go and not get your that means the people will not get you. So we got to get your clear. The work getting
are you? Let me go off and come back.
You see?
Let me go off and come back.
Okay, Lufa, go and come back. Let's see.
Yeah, I thank you, Lufa. Thank you. I like that, you. Yeah. So let me see, Mr. Tishu. Mr. Tishu, good evening.
Good evening, maybe you hear me? Hello?
Good. Yes, I'm getting you. I'm getting you. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Tishu. Good evening, everything.
Well, good evening to you, good afternoon, good morning to wherever the listeners are. I'm still here in Belgium. Today is another hot day. And here to join the conversation on what is happening in Liberia. And I'll give my opinion on how I feel about things. So, let the conversation start. I'm waiting. Thank you.
All right, good. Ali, what say you quickly before I continue with what I was saying? Then we started the show from there because
yeah, maybe
talking about yes.
Quiet. Yes, I was listening to you. You were giving the things prices in the southeast, like specifically from Sando County. What are we having? Express 4,000, gas, fuel, and other basic commodities. Their prices are very high in the southeast. When this government keep bragging that, oh yes, their campaign message is the southeast rule, the southeast rule, everything is okay. So if everything is okay, then why the prices of rice, gasoline, fuel, and all of these things, they are so high? I think that's supposed to happen, because when the roads are good, people are not paying huge prices or when it comes to transportation to take their goods in the southeast. So if you see the whole thing prices are very high, then meaning it is because of the road condition. Okay, because this is why you had to pave the road, so that when people come and buy rice for $13, and when they taking it to the southeast, they will be able to sell it for maybe $13, 25 cents or 50 cents. But they kind of high prices, that shows that the government they are not doing nothing on the southeast road. Thank you.
Great. So like I was saying quickly before Mr. Tishu also contribute to this talking point. One of our talking point I have to do with the economy of Delta State, the bread and butter of our people. So yeah, so we have this little piece, Mr. Tishu, Ali just said that that was sent to us one of our colleagues, and we were reading this thing out. A plastic bag of water for me. That's just one sachet. I don't know, some of you understand. You want bag of water where you buy it for $5, sometimes buy for 3 for 10. That's what we're talking about here. Is 25 LD per bag. I don't know how, where, and the location. Even though there are other people who are justifying on some of the post that, oh yes, it's in a gold mine, it's this and that. So I'll be asking the team of panelists, what are the gold mine or wheresoever place maybe the money is, what are things will be expensive there? Well, I'll be asking a question. Then the copper rice value is also 80 Liberian dollar per cup, and the cement is $2,500, 1,300 per gallon of gasoline, 1,500 per 5 gallon of fuel, and the rest is 4,700 or 5,000. So when I convert that, it came out to something around $26 or close to almost $30 for a bag of rice or 25 kg of rice in Sano, and that's very, very interesting. So I don't know, Mr. Tishu, what say you first on that? I think Aliu, let me say Aliu Lofa Julius, so enter again. Let me see how better getting on board. What say you, Mr. Tishu?
Yeah, listening to you giving your prices and stuff like that. Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
Hello? Yeah, I heard what you were just saying. Mibon, what I would say to that is that we're talking about a failed state. We're talking about a country that all the systems are broken down. We're talking about a country that the leaders do not have vision. We're talking about a country that the head of the government is obsolete, is out of touch. And these are some of the criteria that we always, when we talk, we say, like there's a failed state. And these are some of the proven facts that we hear every day to prove that the system is dead. Everybody has their own saying, and we're on autocracy. What I would say to this is that I don't think we have any means of getting out of this problem that like we're facing. The economic problem is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We have put into heard that the House want to have extra 16 seats added. A poor country like Liberia with less than about 7 million people. And we're creating avenues of satisfying our different friends, family members, and creating offices and different autonomous bureaus to put them in. And the burden comes on the economy, and who pays? The common man, the poor man. In my saying, I would say that the government is stealing from the middle class. That those people who can be selling the cold water and all of that. Then the middle class is stealing from the real poor person who don't even have money to buy cassava but only live on $1 a day. So the country, everybody is stealing from each other. Because with these kind of prices being put out, you'll find out from the basic part of it that the government is taking their share. So if the businessman who got his $10 over the buy to make it put a $1 profit on it, he's into the problem of trying to create an avenue, a fair avenue, but the avenue will not be created because at least he bought something for $10, he wants to sell it for $11. The person who going to buy it for him want to sell it, going to buy it rather, and want to sell it to make $1 profit also. So within this kind of system, I think we are doomed. I don't see us getting ourselves out of this pretty soon. I don't see it. It is hard. The Ladon people continue to suffer because we don't have a leader that has vision, and the people that surround him are the ones who are in control of this government. So we have three sets of people controlling the government. I always say the UPS, the rescue team, and those who loyal to the president. So these are the people causing chaos. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Leia, from Lofa Julius, my dear brother, joining us. Thank you. We started with the issue of some commodities that our people usually use. You know, these are commodities that they use on a daily basis. And we're hearing that some of the prices, like I just listed some of them, 25 LG per bag of water in Sano. I don't know which part of Sano, but according to our reporter, that's the price there of water bag. And also talk about the cup of rice, $80. So I don't know exactly why this thing happening in the rescue government that we thought of maybe things could be changed and the livelihood of our people could be far better. So what say you on that, my brother, before moving forward to other talking points?
Well, no, but let's be I don't know if you guys can hear me. Is it any better?
Yeah.
No, but, okay.
Yes, 100%.
So let me be realistic about this, right? And these are things that we saw prior to this government ascendancy to where they are today. We must be realistic, I would say, and honest. I did not see price reduction in any way, shape, or form, especially from the previous government. Again, with everything that is coming, you must have the know-how in order to control the economy. If you look in the current government and people who are serving in certain capacity, they are not equipped with the understanding of the economy to truly address price and other things. So I did not expect this. I don't expect it to be anywhere better than it is for the most part, because they are using the same things from yesterday, the same ideas, antiquated ideas from yesterday is still being applied. So you don't expect us to be any different from what happened yesterday or even yesteryears. So I don't want us to put our people under the impression that, hey, guess what? This government was going to reduce prices. Yes, they ran on the mantle of being knowledgeable and experienced, but we all knew it. It was all bluff. We all knew it. It was all propaganda. They have made people to believe that propaganda is supposed to be lies from the gist of it to the end of it. So I don't expect anything different. I just want our people to embrace the challenges, to prepare themselves. Remember what Americans said? Prepare yourselves. Americans made a statement. I think, and I want to quote Americans, but I don't remember verbatim what was stated. I think he made a statement anyway that a lot of people,
he said that we should manage our expectation.
There you go. Thank you. Manage your expectation. After American and other people who advocated for this government realized that the players on the team were not prepared to play the actual game. They then said to the audience, those of us who came to the field expecting for Lone Star to win the game, he said to us, manage your expectation. He knew what was in the room because he went there, he saw it. So I'm not surprised about price increase because especially with what is happening around the world. So I'm not surprised. But that's part of the reason why we are asking Liberians, let us not give a sick child to the mechanic to kill as compared to taking that child to the doctor to kill him or her simply because the mechanic is your neighbor. That is not going to solve the problem. Take that child to the doctor. In this case, Alexander Cummings, who understands the economy, will be that person for all to consider.
Well, thank you. Lofa Julius, thank you so much. I don't know what any other person want to add, but I think that's it. We just started.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you. Ali, you want to ask something?
What was your question? I was doing something. Sorry.
No.
I heard Mr. Dishu talking. I heard Lufa talking. What was the question?
Oh, I think it was about the same commodities, the prices. Things affecting our people there in the southeast, especially I think you talk about, but go ahead.
Yeah,
to add up.
These are some of the things we've been talking about. Or rescue government. Those people claim to be sophisticated. They said yesterday the economy under the previous administration was in the toilet. But what we are seeing now, the economy is no more in the toilet. It has been flushed from the toilet to the septic tank. I think they just need to carry now to make fertilizer for some of those agricultural farms. This should be it. Like I said, you can be buying rice in Liberia for $2,600, or I think even less than. Maybe I don't know how much you can buy the rice in Liberia now, Morovia.
Some places is $14.50. Some places is $15. You know, just the rate based on the USD rate. Yeah,
around 2,005
$2,000 is around 2,000, either 2,550 or 2,006, 2,000, just like that.
Then people buying it in Sino for 4,000 plus. Why? So probably that shows that the government, they don't have control over the prices, number one. And number two is because of the bad road condition. Because you may born, if the roads are good, if you buy your rice in Monrovia for $14 and the driver charge you, maybe when you take it to Sano, Grand Gillette, Maryland, Nima, you will be able to sell it for maybe $14.50 or maybe $15 at most because of the charges, the driver, transportation, and other things. But if you will buy rice for $14 and then you take it to Sando, Maryland, and then you selling it for 4,618, that is, I think, almost 20 or 20 some dollar US. That tells you that the road condition is very bad. And that's why drivers are charging exorbitantly. And you said, basically, we are profit in other business, so you have to do something to get profit. And they say the Southeast rule that have become Unity Party 2029 campaign. So that tells you that they are not doing nothing good. Thank you.
Well, so quickly, let me just add up to that quickly, then we transition to another talking point because you talk about the rules. Then what happened to the people right there in Grand Bassa? So we'll ask, maybe we will get some information on tomorrow to come up with some of the prices also in Grand Bassa or better still Buchanan and no or right in Bomi and no because there are other counties also where they are road. In fact, they are answer to road, but they are still struggling. They are still struggling though. So we'll ask because what you just stated, you're right. How counting prices will be this way on the other end, and even though we expect little, but we don't expect that kind of more wild margin. For example, if you were to sell rice for maybe 2,700, let's just assume maybe the rice out there 2,700, and maybe you go because when you buy the rice to carry out. I think you will go to the area where they do the wholesale. So the wholesale price will be around $13, either $13.50 or maybe $13 around there. So maybe the transportation and everything, maybe they will give it to you for maybe for lesser. Okay, let's assume that you carry to maybe Sano County, you pay transportation and everything to carry sandal. So you reach sandal. Why would you even want to even sell it for almost 5,000?
And then when I observe them, but that shows that the government or they are only concerned in stabilizing the prices within the city, but not out of the city. So they are only concerned about stabilizing the price of economy within Monrovia, and they care about the people in Grand Bassa, Nima.
And that's the point right there, Aliu. That's the point. For me, that's the point whether you quite around 100%, because it's like they feel that maybe in a city the noise is too much here. People eyes are open. People will talk. People will criticize. People will do so. For them here, the entire aim and objective is how to make the city a little bit quiet, then another up interior or maybe outside of the city, because outside of the city, most of our people don't really do politics. They don't really care about it. They don't know when they cry. Oh, how come yesterday about the copper for okay, yesterday and say 85. Anyway, we finish. Yeah.
What you're talking about here is what in other organized system they do what we consider price regulation. They regulate the prices not based on just a specific locality. All right, what they do is the government manage all of these aspects of things, but again, you must have a group of people who truly understand what they are doing. When you govern, you don't govern a specific area, especially for places like Liberia. A country like Liberia, it's not like the United States, where you have different states, you have local government, you have state government, all of these things. Liberia in itself, from top to bottom, it can be easily done. The idea of decentralization should give local government the opportunity to also make sure that these various regulations are applied to the court. But I want to say this, Milborn. How in the world would you expect a government that dwell on lies, propaganda, want to disprove everything to the extent that they would take an elderly man, age 80, to sit in the nightclub to simply prove that he's healthy and well to the general public, as compared to having him rested so that the next day he is well prepared for his deep briefing and addressing critical national issues. Instead, they took him to sit in the nightclub to prove a point that he's healthy and it's ready for 2029, as compared to addressing the critical national issues that we have at hand. These are some of the things that are happening. So the focus is not on that. The focus is not on price regulation. The focus is not on job creation. The focus is not on providing quality health care. The focus is not on quality education for the people. The focus is on propaganda. How can we defend our propaganda during the campaign, and how can we continue to dismiss the reality on ground? That is part of the reason why you see inconsistency in the price variance here.
Well, thank you. Because even a plastic or water, so that means our people, they are still drinking from the creek. Because look, this is interesting though. That instead of just jump over this kind of talking points, because if a plastic of water will be $25, 25 Liberian dollar, almost like 25 cents.
But I think
something. Yeah, I come in. Yeah. So if a plastic bag of water will be 25, that means our people, they are almost 90 or 95% of our people, they are drinking from the creek, or maybe from the Ghana. Yes, that means our people, they are still drinking from Ghana in this age and time. Our people can easily afford to buy somebody water that not any pure fat. We just say, oh yeah, they are purified water, they are mineral water. Somebody mineral water, it still need to be looked at carefully. If our people can afford mineral water, then tell me $25 for one bag of mineral water. My brother, well, I don't even know, but if our people will continue to look at these things and still praise their leaders, even that someone will even asking about how people come on, So we're asking about the Sano port and the Maryland port. I don't think our people should be struggling for maybe for so many things when they had the ports right there with them. There are other things, even the issue of rice. Our people have the raw lands. They have the lands, they have the fresh lands. Why are we importing rice back to back here and there? When you have lesser mind, lesser thinking, lesser way of doing things, that what happened. So we always want to be importing rice instead of our people producing the rice and let the rice be right there. No, we will be selling rice to them. I think it should be only be about gasoline. So far, maybe the only thing I should be seeing on our side, maybe to be taken on our side, should be maybe gasoline or maybe fuel oil. But most of it.
Neighbor, can I ask a quick question?
Yes, go ahead, my brother.
Are you blaming the people, or who are you blaming? Because when you say why is it that they're dependent on rice import, are you blaming them? I just want to get a better understanding of what you're
I'm not 100% blaming them, but other way too.
You're partially blaming them.
Yes, I will hold them accountable for some of the things that they are going through, because let me be frank. Lofa, like I said once upon a time, maybe on this show, maybe some of you are not around. Like for example, the people send you to school, Lofa. You are well educated and so forth. You representing the community, the people there from that community. The neighbor come from nowhere just because neighbor have some small money. Come and tell you, Lofa, I won't be this, I won't be senator, I won't be senator. And you take neighbor corrupt and terrible.
Yeah. Harmonize your entire data.
Take me from here and carry me out there and sell me to the people. The children will come and bring in people, terrible group of people, and sell the people to them. And they will buy the people in the name of our children. So I'm blaming them for their own people that they elected and they follow.
Okay, so let me disagree with you on that on the basis of not being able to read the mind of a human. Okay. And where the government failed, that's part of the reason I asked that question. Let us not blame the people's decision on the people because of what we understand. Government after government in Liberia have been consistently about corruption. They corrupt the system and purposely keep the people in abject poverty. You think the government is not aware that they should carry on election, they should educate the people on the process of election? You don't think they are aware that incentive-driven programs would draw more people to the agriculture sector? You don't think that those in government understand that investing in quality education will produce competent and reliable public service or service-oriented people to represent the community? And those who were opportune to travel out of the country will now have to face these young men and women and will have to deal with the competition. You think they are stupid when they purposely keep these institutions down, underfunded, and send their children out of the country to seek quality education? You think they're stupid when they keep JFK underfunded because they can afford to travel from Liberia to seek medical attention outside of the country, when my Mary in the market cannot afford to travel out of Waterside to even go to Broad Street to go to the hospital? These things are purposely done. The government cartel, and that's part of the reason why they will fight vehemently any good person who dared attempt to come around and change anything. So it is not by mistake. You don't blame our people. If you put government in place, you put a leader in place who understand that all of these things to filter down to everybody from the top to the bottom. Everybody should benefit from our resources. The competition will stiffen, and a lot of our brothers who are now running from here to go and fetch job in Liberia, in a country where 90% of the people are unemployed. You live in a country where you have unemployment rate at around 5, 6, 7%. You're running to Liberia. You should ask yourself, neighbor, why are we blaming the people who are simply trying to survive? That's what our problem is, and that's part of the reason why the education that should be provided, the quality education, is taken away because they're afraid the children will be challenged. The young people are so brilliant enough, it will challenge them. That's what it is.
Yeah, making some contribution.
Yes.
So I will call you after the show.
All right, thank you. So one of the simple, or maybe one of the simple reasons, quickly before other team member come on, maybe before we transition, one of the simple reasons, Lofa, Lofa, you can maybe be my person of maybe who taking care of me, right? I think maybe if I'm going wrong, you will hold me accountable maybe for my wrongdoing, or maybe for certain thing that I'm doing that is not right. Then, for example, even on this platform, we have management, we have team, we have people that are also responsible. So every comments, everything that we say here, if these comments are not going down well with management will hold us responsible. So in short, I think voting for people for me is not wrong. What's wrong here, Olofa, is holding the people accountable that what wrong. Voting for anybody, well, it's democracy. You don't know what a neighbor will be good or not, what a neighbor will be bad or not. You don't know. So for me, I can't tell you that John Brown will be the best. The other person will be this one. No, I cannot, because the reason that is you can't predict the mind of him, like you said. So, but after elections, Lofa, if you are not doing the right thing, if my child or the children in the community, they are still drinking from creek, and dear brother, we will call you. You know the reason why these people, they are behaving the way they are behaving is because they feel that they will give these people back arrest, they will give them salt, they will give them vita, they will give them oil, they will give them all of these small things time for elections, or even when something happened to them. No, it's not how it's supposed to be. The lawmakers supposed to make report to these people, even if the town chiefs, if the elders, if the young people in that district, when they are united and good to go. My brother, by this time, we have a very vibrant system. But because the system is the one controlling the people, instead of the people controlling the system. So at the end of the day, these politicians, they already finishing the loophole. So the loophole there is, let's put the people into poverty, let them be beggars, let them be buying water or rice and all these things very expensive. The time they will take to be paying their children's school fees, while they cry, they paying school fees. Those ones are also owing, we'll pay them. Even if we owe them 10 months, we'll give them 2 months. Like for example, if you go back to the Ministry of Health, out of 3,700 and some more people, volunteer workers, they said they only put, I think, I don't know, 350 or 300. You're talking about 3,700 plus volunteer workers. And you're telling me that you only put only 350 on payroll. So what happened to the rest of the 300 plus volunteer workers? So my brother, I will agree that it's democracy, but we too, the people, the electors, we too will have our own problem. Look at today. We are defending all the drugs issue today. The issue that have to do with drugs. Go on the internet, you see people are defending, insulting other people back to back. Have you seen any politician children there? Have you seen the politician children going back to back? No, but we're seeing that. The same people who have been affected by these things, they are the one that defending. So my brother, for me, I will blame us in so many cases because we refuse to act, we refuse to take stands, and some of us, in fact, we are also refusing to even talk. So that's it. Anybody can come in, then another thing, then we'll move on. So for me, I will blame our people into some of these things that they are into.
Welcome, Mr. Connor. Like I was trying to say, you were talking about the water business in the southeast. There are people buying mineral bag of water for $25, and I was just trying to tell you, like I think months ago, where is Sleway or Spillway, or somewhere around the area there, around the Johnson Street, where you're climbing the hill, around the Gilbert Tucker Bridge on your right there. I think that place is called Spillway or Sleway, something like that. People know the rightful name.
Slipway.
Okay, Slipway. I saw people fetching water from in the drainage for them to cook, for them to wash clothes, right there in Monserrado. And this is why I'm always asking, what has this government done to impact the lives of the people within Monserrado County? Before we talk about Grand Basso, Kidman, Bapolu, Bomi, and the other counties across the country, if you can see people where is the city Monserrado, going to take water from the drainage because when they were at, they said they can't afford $10, $10 to go and buy a gallon of water. So the only thing they could do was to go over there. That's where they can get water from to go and cook, wash their clothes and other things. So I don't really know what's happening. Welcome, Mr. Kone.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Aliyu. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Julius, and then Mabel, and then my dear brother Deshib, man. Great to be here, guys. I know you guys are firing from all cylinders, man. I see that, and it's a great thing. But there are two things I really heard you guys talking about earlier on, and I would like to throw a little bit of light on it. And because all boils down to this economic situation of the country. Mabel, the leadership of the country, they are responsible, heavily responsible for the economic degradation of our people. Mabel, in the United States, U.S. Congressional District number 4, the 4th Congressional District in the United States, you know the population? Now you got one representative representing that, Mabel. Is about 795,125 people. 795,125 people. One district for one representative. You know how much is a representative's salary per year? $174,000. They're not buying a car every 3 years. In fact, they only go for 2 years. Every 2 years, they got to go for re-election. But today, you have a country, you have a bunch of people sitting somewhere. They are literally violating even the Constitution, the law of the nation. They are not total authority to apportion districts. They are doing that today. They want the guy up to, I think, was 73. They're not satisfied with that. The burden I won't have on the economy is not a problem. Maybe we got every district in our country, I think, about only 20,000 in need. That's the reason why some of the representatives can hardly go in your district. They don't care. And you give them 6 years. Then you sit there with a kind of economy that is literally dragging the entire country down. And you have people guys, they sit there trying to approach 16 more to part of the economic problem of the country. Those 16 new. So where do you expect the money for it to help the economy, Mabel? That's a high level of insensitivity, and I hope the Senate will reject that particular nonsense. Sorry for my French, but that's been very, insensitive. And do you know why a lot of them drive in that particular scenario so they might allocate new district, so that some of them they feel that they will not get re-elected come 2029. They want to jump into new districts there so that they will continue to peddle their greed and other things on the people. The Senate should reject that thing uprightly. And even if the Senate don't get it, conscious Liberians should go to court and make sure that the court squash that nonsense down. You got election commissions. Districts are apportioned after census, not just in the midterm of people. They just sit there and start to allocate places because why? Their greed is driving a lot of the decisions. It's troubling, people. That's what I really wanted to point out. Now, maybe when you talk about Liberia, the average income of people over there for a year is between $850 and $960. On a daily basis, people live on between $2.30 to $2.60. Maybe our lunch around here, sometimes you go buy lunch, it costs you nothing less than maybe $10 or $12. Just lunch. So you go in one of the Bugattis and things, just go buy a little sandwich to eat, and doing lunch break. And people living on kind of strenuous conditions. But you got a bunch of people that are very, very insensitive. This thing here, that notion of even passing the law, people should be angry and agitated right now and should rest out calling those laws because to book. That's been very insensitive to the plight of the people and very insensitive to the well-being of the country itself. Calculate 45,000 times a new 16 lawmaker when you're buying a car every 3 years. You know how much you're talking about every month? That's a lot of money that can do a lot for so many of those people that are suffering today. People that you got hospital, is that a concern? People don't have safe drinking water. No, it's not a problem. What is the problem is to continue to give them jobs. That's the reason why I want to throw light on this thing. So maybe all of the things you're talking about how a bag of water is 35. Look at what the people living on. All day. It's $2.30 between $2.30 and $2.60. On the average in Liberia for an individual. And then you got those people sitting there yesterday talking about reporting that they're voting for additional 16 seats. For what? The district in our place there is just between the average of 20,000 people. And then I'm telling you that you got a congressional district in the United States that's around 795,000. I'm part of that district, man. 795,000 people. And the guy that do not work for them, the whole round year, they're paying $174,000. They're not buying his car.
All right. Thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Connor. Thank you so much because you came in. Yeah, because you came in a little bit late. That's why we gave you a little time. But thank you, Aliu, I think another the team. You guys will hold on for the next 15 minutes. I will join you immediately after the news bulletin. But I think we can start up now with the letter issue or the communication that was sent on to the office of the president. Mind you, though, the drugs issue still continue. There are claims and counterclaims. People now plan to go to court and so forth. So many things happening back home, and people it's not easy. The whole drug thing, someone can say, now breaking breaking loose, breaking hell, and so forth, back to back. But at long last, at least we are getting there gradually, and we will get there by the grace of God, because the American people too, they too, their hand, their food, that everything is into retail drug business. We want to make sure that at least Liberia is drug-free country. So again, we are hearing news that before they drugs, 19.2 million that worth for drugs came into Liberia or were about to leave. There were also news that in fact the people sent letters or in fact communication to the president. But I had to leave because of the news, so I will join you guys immediately when I come back. Yeah, so you can start with that, beg you.
So let me say this: while Milburn is leaving, I think our brother Connor made a point, and Ali, I think you alluded to that, or in passing. But let me say this: I think we often tend to walk away from the blame as well as shifting the blame. I want to be one of those to actually sit up front and say to all of us here, I think we should take responsibility for part of the problem that is actually surfacing in Liberia. For the most part, we tend not to push the competence in these individuals who represent us. We tend to sit back and say, oh, you know what? The people in Liberia, no matter what you do, the people decision is a decision. The people like the man in Liberia. So no, we behave as though we cannot impact the decision that is made in Liberia, even though when you listen to Mr. Connor address national issue, you say, but why is this brother still sitting in America? Why can he come out here? But Mr. Connor is not willing to leave what he has here right now to come. But his input can truly impact decision in Liberia. You listen to Aliu. Aliu understand the global economy and he understands global politics. But we emphasize on this popularity thing. Or the people not let that person, even though we know very well within ourselves that that individual could possibly get us beyond the finish line. We will sit and look at it and say, but let the people decision. No, it's not the people's decision. It's all of us. Because if we sit back and allow them to walk away with it, at the end of the day, we feel the pinch. We are also walking around with Liberian passports in our pockets. We are also being pulled or pushed for support by our relatives and friends in Liberia. So at the end of the day, we can't simply sit back. They may not like the idea that we are consistently asking them to do the right thing. But guess what? at the end of the day, we all will benefit one way or the other. But instead, we allow them to make the mistakes continuously, but then we continue to complain. So part of the problem comes to us. Those of us, especially for those of you, the educated people, like the likes of Mr. Conan and of course Ali, you the educated people, you allow those of us uneducated people to go the wrong way, and then you blame us. You guys know the book. Why are you guys not helping us make the right decision?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Kone.
No, Ali, you can come here. I just said that.
No. Yeah, we go by senior.
Listen, Julia, you're making a salient point. And you know that we, in our weak ways, we have been trumpeting these things. But until there is some kind of revolution of the mind, we're not talking about, gun revolutions and all of violent revolutions, but there should be some revolutions that would try to curtail these kind of financial irregularities, financial irresponsibility of leadership in our country.
True.
This is appalling. Every day when we come and make reference to places like Burkina Faso, what that little boy is doing over there, that military boy who has uniform on him every day.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, go compare their lawmakers' salary with your people in Liberia, their salary. Go compare their lawmakers' immunities with the people in Liberia, their immunities. I mean, they are complete polar diverse directions, Julius. Okay. And that's not even their priority. Their priority is how to empower the country and its citizens. They set their priorities straight. That's the landlocked country over there, Julia. Landlocked. They don't have sea. All of their things come through either by train and other things, other mediums. But yesterday, they are far better economically than Liberia as it stands. Even call that government a benevolent dictatorship, then so be it. But the idea is the citizenry, they are better off. So what you're talking about, yes, we speaking it. We're not in the country like you stated. We're talking about it. We're talking about the issues. But the people that come to the project, especially those that are in power, they say, oh yeah, that that be too late and we'll and then we'll be finished. So it's the cavalier behavior that they have employed now to say, we don't care. We'll talk about it, and at the end of the day, and we'll still do what we want to do. In the broad daylight, if you still keep robbing these people in the broad daylight, and you're not even factoring the economic burden that the country is faced with, and the complete paralyzation of our basic necessities, water, electricity, none of those things happen. But you must pay these guardians the handsome salary, take care of them, give them vehicle, pay for their aids at home, and everything else. And then give them a long duration. By the time they may become lawmaker for 2 terms, he's there 12 years already. If a senator becomes senator for 2 terms, July, he's there for 18 years already. What sort of thing is this? So, July, how are you going to take care of the basic things in the country? Hospital is not going to be catered to. If you look at your revenue generation, a bulk of your revenue generated, it becomes like what? Directed toward recurring expenditures every time. Because why? You got to be paying all these salaries and everything else all over the place. You got to be paying. You got to be buying their cars and all over the place. I mean, this. This is all you can do. We can talk about it. We can point out those things. Until there be the revolution of the mind, it's going to be a difficult thing. I think you can come in.
Yeah, thank you, there, Mr. Connor. Yes, Lofa, why you said, you said we that in America we're contributing to what is happening in the country. Yeah, first, these are some of the things, the people in Liberia today. If you go and tell them, oh yeah, this person, they are not qualified to be president, they will not change nothing in this country, this other person, don't waste your time behind them, that other person. Even if you tell them, they will tell you, say, oh, You're sitting in America there, the big thing they will say you're eating your hamburger until you want tell what to do here. That's the first thing they will tell you. No matter how you educate them, they will always say, we here when they bring, we will go under the tree, we pick up money, we come, we order for hamburger so they can listen to us. No matter what you do, they will say, oh yeah, this is the person that I love, this is the person that I trust. And when you tell them this person, they are not competent, they are not going to move you from point 1 to point 2, they will not listen. First of all, they will start telling you that you don't even say have voting right. You can tell them what to do. They know what to do. They know what good for them. And at the end of the day, again, when they get stranded, and then they will be like, oh, we thought this person was going to be the best person. See, today we have 72 lawmakers. What impact are they making in the lives of the Liberian people? And they are talking about adding another 16 there. You see, when 73, they are making no impact in the lives of the Liberian people. Liberians are crying on them. You think if those people really have the country at heart, they're listening to the cries of the Liberian people, what do you think they were going to do? They were going to sit among themselves. See, recently, one of the country, I just forget the name of that country, all of the lawmakers there, they cost 40% of their salary because what is happening in their country, so they can be able to impact the lives of their people.
Even in Nigeria, Nigeria did that.
50% of
Nigeria did that.
That Nigeria did the same thing. But since we've been crying, since 19 Uwi Charlie Kinta on lawmakers in Liberia have they said and say, oh no, I want people crying too much. Gentlemen, the issue about buying for the partners in the local 2 times or in 6 years, they hurting our people. Let's call it off. This issue about getting gas allowances, scratch car and thing, let's try to cut this thing and let's use our salary for some of these things. Let's put money in let's direct that money in the education, the agriculture sector, the health sector, so it will impact the lives of our people in private sector job. But these people, they are heartless. They even say get time to think about that thing. You see? And today they're talking about bringing another 16 lawmaker. If you even say tell them, oh, that people you shouldn't agree to that, they will not listen. Time for election, the people they are behind popularity, they are not behind as qualification. They almost the same thing. When government come in power, they only appoint people based on political party affiliation, friendship, and other things. They are not looking at your experience, your qualification, and this is why the country is not going anywhere. If you continue to give people jobs based on friendship and because of political party affiliation, you say political reward is not in heaven. If you voted for a president, that person won the election and you get job, but why you supported this person for why you believe in, and the person is doing it to transform the country, I don't think you really need job. You see, if you support this person, you get quality education, you get quality healthcare, stable electricity, safe drinking water, job opportunity. You're not be forced to say, oh yeah, I voted for you, I'm not working in the government. You see, but no matter what we do, the people will tell you, say you don't have voting right here. You just sit down here, President Waka, you to all recently that the people shouldn't listen to us. Okay? So these are some of the things they will say, oh yes, we shouldn't listen to them. They over there, they will be eating, enjoying themselves, lying on air condition, they want to tell what to do here. You see, and this issue about popularity, Liberian people, they have to graduate from that. Put popularity aside, local qualification and experience. Who you think can really move you forward? Like when Simeon Freeman said that we shouldn't elect people, he was not trying to say people who are poor, they shouldn't get government position and thing. But look at this person, what impact they have made in their own life. In this world, if you benefit yourself, you will not benefit someone. If somebody has not yet made any impact in their own life to benefit themselves, do you think that person will come to make impact in your life? If you had Joseph Human Pakai, who served 12 years as vice president, the highest paid vice president ever in the history of Liberia, when he left, in less than 3 years, he said he left him on loan. People had to be passing around, asking people, around here. Every month they might get $3,000 to $4,000 to send him for his upkeeping. What better make you think that man coming to rescue you to be impacting your life? When we told them, we say, hey, if you say we have failed that bureau, Waka was never an option. He was never the right person. I will always say this: Mr. Kumi were there. You people could choose Mr. Kumi. You see, and other people were there. Taron Gogo, Harry Moruba. But this man who worked 42 years without making no impact in his own life. He served as vice president for 12 years, no impact. And he coming to tell you that the problem of Liberia, I can solve it. When he served 12 years and he told you we have all of the opportunity, the resources to transform this country, but we squander them. Allah Akbar. God in heaven said, how can this man rescue you? How can this man make any impact in your life when he couldn't impact his own life? You see, so Liberian, we have to graduate from the issue of, oh, this person get the crowd, this person this. We have to go on qualification, local person success story, what they have done, that they have impacted their own life. Then when you look at that person, you will say, oh yes, I think even though rich people, they will still be corrupt. But at least look at their success story, their achievement, their past records and things. Then you can entrust them with your vote. Then you say yes. But today, what you see, Baka rescuing himself, all Baka lives. Did you ever have $10 million mansion in Foya? You ever heard Baka building a $1 million warehouse? All of these things. And today he doing it. Why he only do it? Because he on top of the country resources. So if you elect somebody that is well established, sometimes they will, when the moment people try to cry, they will think they will come to themselves. But somebody that don't have it almost like those children that never have bicycle. You elect them as representative, they start sitting in air condition car for the 5,000, they sitting under air condition. You think they will listen to you? Hell no. So Lufa, that's it there. Mr. Dishu? Mr. Dishu? So that, like, for me, as soon as Bonkan will be leaving, the issue about the drugs business, if this is something very serious in the country, like now they have started threatening people's life, and pretty soon some of us will start receiving our own threat because this government feel to themselves that the drugs issue they were just going to discuss it 1 week and then it died down because laboratory they can only discuss it 1 week and then it died down. But today they see that every day.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Dishu, come on.
Okay, yes, I wanted to say this. I heard my brother Abraham, I heard your analysis about how you feel about things, but we should come out to the fact that this society that we have now, that have been created from the time they killed Wole Toba, the mindset of the people that have been that are part of the society right now, that have made up the society, has a different look at how they find their leaders. They define their leaders through popularity. They define their leader through those who they believe that they were my past friend. And there are a lot of other ways that they define who should be leading them. This is a very, very serious problem. Now, what Abraham said is what I've been saying in years back. We can never win this particular warrior with these people because they have almost about 80 or 90% of them that are thinking that way. And the balance 20% of us who trying to persuade them in thinking the right way, giving them evidence, giving them factual things for them to believe that what the life that they're living is supposed to be better than. And we are giving them a lot of our kind of opinion for them to have a better era in trying to figure out who is right and who is wrong. We, the 20%, we have been crying and trying to help them through conversations, through the news media, and through a whole lot of different things that we try to throw some sense of some light to them, telling them that they deserve to live better. But the problem is that their mind has been introduced into thinking the way how they think now. The people control them. So they are slaves within their own country. Mental slavery is a disease that is hard to go away, and that is what our voters have in Liberia. They are mentally drained to the fact that they cannot see better. Every election time, we try to educate them on how and who should we believe are better people to be our leaders. But like we said, with all the telephone calls, with all the news media, with all the coverage that we have done to them, they will still come in the end and vote for those who their mindset has given them and that what they have been trading on for the past election since trouble time. So to beat this particular thing out of them right now, like Abraham said, we need a revolution. Not a revolution of fighting, but the revolution of how to change that mindset of what they have already. So it's not a short war. It's a long war, and we have been going through it from since the inception of the news media. And we're trying to fight it, and we'll hope that in the near future they will be able to understand and be able to elect somebody that will be in their interest and not in the interest of the few. That's what I have to say.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I'm back, Mr. Connor. Thank you, Mr. Tishu. Thank you to Mr. Connor and to all of you. Even though just jump into the discussion, that's good. You're talking about the photos and so forth. But I think most of the photos now, Mr. Tishu, I think they are not losing appetite because whenever even they huge maybe registrants or people who register to vote, at the end of the day, the people that even turn up sometimes they can be less than what we even expect. So I think the voters themselves too, I think they are losing appetite because of the behavior too of our leaders. So it's like back to back. I give to you and you have to give to me. If you not give it to me, then myself, I will sit back and just observe the game. And there where now people will shift majority of the blames on almost all Liberians are indeed, you people voted for this, you people stand up for this, and you people do this. But at the end of the day, I just feel people that voted for whosoever president. But at the end of the day, that president will become president for all Liberians, whether you vote or not. At the end of the day, the president for all. But I think from all indications, like Steve said once upon a time, even if the voters themselves are blind, even if the voters themselves they don't care, I think the leaders themselves too, they should be care. Or they should also look at some of the things that are going on and say, okay, maybe quote unquote our voters, or maybe the voters, maybe they are not educated that much, maybe because of property that someone commented here. Because for me, everything boils down to poverty. Because I can still recall once upon a time that people were also influencing other people to vote for people just because quote unquote they are the ones that are supporting them or maybe giving a hand up. So because somebody is giving you little hand up or maybe giving you little food to eat, they will also influence you to vote for somebody. And this thing happened in the previous elections where people, family members, whether they in the diaspora or they are in Liberia, they were also telling their relatives that I want you to vote for this person, I'm supporting you, I'm doing this for you. And today, some of them, they are even shame, they are disgraced, they are embarrassed. Oh, I don't know how it's going to be. I was thinking that this is going to happen, but saying it didn't work that way anyway. That's like you will try. So, Mr. Tishu, the voting process, I think we got to graduate now from job voting and go to another level of our lives. if the voting process will not help us, then what can we do that will help us as a country? What can we now do? Because Mayborn is on the radio. You know how many people that trust Mayborn today? But give Mayborn their little position and see Mayborn reactions. And there are people like that. That people been given positions, trusteeship. People been happy and say, okay, this person is an advocate. That brings them to this maybe positions. The person will start to show their real color, their real juice. So at the end of the day, too, some will be blaming both sides. I think the voters too, they will be blamed for me for not holding the leadership accountable. But for voting, yes, they can vote and the majority will get it there. Like for example, you and Mr. Connor into the race. You are vying maybe for district positions. You get maybe 50 votes, and Mr. Connor get maybe 55 votes. Mr. Connor become the winner. So should we say the entire district voted for Mr. Connor? No. But at the end of the day, because of majority, so Mr. Connor become lawmaker for that district. And most of the districts, you only need 2,000 votes. You finish winning already. Sometimes they truck, they take people from place to place. So it's difficult. It's really, really difficult, Mr. Connor. In fact, Mr. Dishu. So I don't know whether maybe we can conclude this. Go ahead.
Let me tell you this. I heard your analysis and other issue, your point that you're trying to make. But I will beg to differ, Mabel. That notion that people are getting is a voter fatigue. If you don't vote Mabel, you are equally electing the wrong person. If you don't vote. Even in the great United States here, there are people that get frustrated, but they come to the conclusion that by not voting, you are equally electing the wrong person. Now, the good thing about it is that everyone, be it even the bitter ball seller, the coal seller, every guy, you can see the social media, maybe. Any guys going to viewer market areas and all these other localities, you see them talking to people that they are semi-illiterate or not educated, no formal education. But yesterday, they're having an input, they're telling you what they're sensing, what they are going through. That's how much people are getting okram. They're getting very much familiar with the economic situation of the nation. So obviously, the best thing you would do, you try to make some analysis on some of these things. You say, oh, but you know, whatever the situation, maybe I was better yesterday, maybe I was better the day before yesterday as compared to what this June brand is selling me. And then you try to draw the lines there and make a decision. But to say, oh, I got a voter fatigue and because I've been voting and nothing has changed, then you are equally emboldening that person. You are equally voting for that person, indirectly voting for the wrong person. So I just wanted to add that to your point, Lebo. I mean, differ with you from that point as well. Okay? So, Julia, you can come in.
And thank you, Julius. Or maybe Ali, any of you can come in on that. But for me, I think yes. Go ahead, Bob.
So let me just add to my brother or Mr. Cunning's point here, right? I am in total agreement with him. And that was part of the reason why I asked the previous question about the educated people contribution to the process. Voters' education. Because those who were given the responsibility to educate our people, they are not carrying on voters' education. The people themselves are not aware of a lot of things. So this issue about voters fatigue is not reason to keep yourself in abject poverty. It's a continuation of the process. If you simply walk away today, you're saying to the bad people, you won the fight. So I'll just let you do what you want to do. But if you come back and make the needed adjustment, what you're doing now is you're saying to them, I am evaluating the performance. I'll take you through the performance review process. After 3 years of being in office, I want to see results. If not, that time is over. That is the probationary period that was given to you. Whether you come back close to election, you build mansion, we would take the mansion and appreciate the fact that you were able to give back some of the money we wasted on you during your tenure. But we will go back again and try to find the best person who will actually do what is expected. People say this all the time, my boy. You know, you never know what the next person politicians know. You never stop going to the restaurant that you love because you feel like you ate the day before and you were not full, or the food you ate the day before, it just wasn't the way it tasted the previous day you went there. You go again with the hope that you will get what you want. You cannot simply say you will not love again because your previous girlfriend or husband cheated on you. So now you're literally withdrawing yourself from the process of dating or finding yourself in a relationship. It doesn't work like that. Until you find that soulmate, whom you will be happy to go home to every time, it is a continuous process. So what we're saying, until we find that leader and those in leadership who will truly do what is in the best interest of the people, we cannot say we have a voters fatigue. We cannot give up, because then the bad people would have won and they will celebrate the victory, because for them, they do not care. They are about themselves and their pockets. It's not about you, Mayborn. It's not about my Mary. It's about the kids and their pockets. Once they have what they want, you can cry all you want. They have what they want and they don't give a darn. I'll stop at that note.
Well, Aliu, I don't know what Aliu stay there. Aliu?
Yeah, maybe I think we already said my own. I think we can transition to that document that came out on day one.
Yeah, maybe you can just chip him. We can use the next 10 minutes. Maybe then we'll go to the line to interact with our people. But I don't know what you guys say on that, because they said that document came out since September. In fact, sorry, that document was submitted to the president since September 2025. Yes, advising the president or telling the president that there are a lot of things going on, especially the issue of drugs, drug syndicates or cartels and so forth. And they wanted the president, in fact, letting the president that the president should be careful or take actions before it be too late. Even though there are a lot of allegations, some names have been mentioned, with the names of the former LDA boss, Abraham Kroma. Also names have been mentioned to some of the panelists last night on one of our sister network. But again, we'll look at that. I don't know. Sometimes some of the documents when it's maybe sent to the president's office, Aliu, Mr. Dishu, and that Lofa, and that Mr. Kone. Should we blame the president 100% for some of the documents, or maybe somebody somewhere sitting somewhere who blocking the documents, and at the end of the day, maybe the president not getting hold of the documents or these things that have been submitted to the office?
Yes.
Let me start off with maybe Lofa Julius.
Milborn, I say yes. The president is to be held liable. There's no if and and about this. You know why? That is why it was stated that it was sent to the president's office. If someone in his office refused to deliver such sensitive information to him, we don't care about that person. The president action would teach the next person not to repeat such mistake. You're fired. Go home. That means you are refusing to get your job done. The president, recent action on the part of the president to have gone to the nightclub, one of the most infested area of drugs in the country. After we are complaining about the issue of drugs in the country, we are talking about a $19 million worth of drugs in the country. The president refused to address this. He instead sent us recording as though it's of no importance to him. Not only did he stop there, but upon his return, instead of addressing the critical national issue, he went along with his wife to sit in the nightclub at age 80. Who ever thought that President Barkai would dare think about going to the nightclub to go and ball? Like my brother Steve Butter would say. The issue of drugs. Where do you often experience drugs the most in any society in the world? Newborn, nightclubs, and other social area. That idea, that decision on the part of President Barkai to have gone to the nightclub was an endorsement of the act on the part of those who are manufacturing, and I'm not saying exporting, they are manufacturing the drugs in Liberia and exporting it out of the country. That was an act of endorsement, just like when he went to have his drug test done to symbolically pretend as though he was fighting against drugs. So he endorsed the idea of drugs being in our country. So when people tell me the president did not receive the letter or that communication, I am highly doubtful that President Barkai did not receive that letter. He received it, he threw it in the trash because he supports the idea based on his recent action going to the nightclub where there is often drugs in the midst of the people. And even if there aren't drugs, alcohol and other things that are in the midst, our young people are now living on those things. President Barkai endorsed the act. So nobody can give any excuse that President Barkai was not informed. Yes, he was informed. It was delivered to his office, and he chose not to act upon it because he endorsed the idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dishu. What say you? Sometimes we blame the leaders, but sometimes there are people within the cycle. Then other people are saying yes, the president is aware. Others are saying no, maybe the document is reached. And one of our commenters also said, if that person would stop the document from reaching the president, I think the government by this time now or have the president in prison. But what say you, Mr. Dishu? You also side with Lofa, or you have other side of the story because you also from the security background, though. So what say you, Mr. Dishu?
I think it's off.
All right, Mr. Corner, then you go ahead. Then
we'll get it later. That document it has a lot of information that can help the fight against drugs in our country. But you know, the strategy that the people have decided to employ, especially the talking heads and other defenders of the rescue mission, is to trash the entirety of the document, to trivialize it, to make it be like this is a fictitious thing that has nothing bearing on the country. You know, I listened to the program you talked about yesterday, to the point that a lawmaker, in this case, Fambulek, came there and he was in overdrive. And the only defense that he could put up was say, oh, but we need to know the author, the name of the author, and the person need to put their face on this document. That's the only way we can proceed. But here are the things here. If they tell you confidential document, the headlines on it, confidential. That's one. Two, if you are a lawmaker and such a thing come to your attention, won't you make it your duty to even investigate or contact the LDEA to know which department originated such document? That's not part of the investigation. But to come and sit it up and say, oh, the only way I can pick up this thing, except to tell me who authored it? Are you kidding me? But because it's the interest of the political party or the political institution that he belongs to, and he sees that, he tried to politicize issue, thinking that, oh, this is issue that, oh, might affect our government, so we'll come in overdrive and trash the entire document to make it appear that this thing is a complete AI-generated thing, so and so forth. Because mind you, Mabel, you see the diagram that's telling you the area, the specific areas that are drug infested. That should be part of your investigation to go indeed, look at that document and say, okay, yeah, maybe in Corner West, the drug there, blah, 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 and then you investigate those things. But to come and try to trivialize it, and you see all of them talking about, oh, the document didn't reach the president, oh, the document did this to the president, and so an investigative journalist have made it their duty to come out and tell you that this is the situation. Because if they say the document was prepared strictly for the eyes of the president, meaning to say there are a lot of the apparatus will not get access to it. Because it becomes like almost like a classified situation. Not everybody in government will see classified things. What they're expecting you to do, Mabel, is to act upon information that they are giving you, or for you to verify them and take some decisions. Now, if through your verification you find that Abraham Connor is not part of what is mentioned in it, then so be it. But that should be your job. Now to talk about, because I believe the originator of that Mabel did it quite purposefully because they felt that this government had trumpeted the notion of fight against drug. Predicated on that, they decided to give a roadmap in that direction to say, okay, let's follow this and do X, Y, Z. But to come and be treated last name is probably
All right, let's hear from Brother Aliu quickly before going to the line. Brother Aliu, I don't know whether you're there. Aliu?
Mr. Dishu, are you there now?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Mr. Dishu.
Yeah, I watched the show last night, and Rodney here brought in this document I have been sitting out for probably 2 years or so, and probably a year back from 2025. Now, this document was presented, as they say, as alert that was given to the president direct because it was for the president and was not for the government. These are two things that we should understand.
Yes,
it was given directly for the president for him to peruse it and have his own mind to think whether he should call an investigation or what kind of decision he should be able to make. Now, what is happening is that the ruling government had turned this drug thing into a political game. And all the way we all have been fighting that it should be holistic, everybody should be involved. They're still trying to throw it on the last government. For it, the representative that were on the show last night, like what Abraham was saying, asking for the viability of this instrument that had been given to Rodney Sear. He said that the man should produce the name of who gave it to him and all of that. And that, I believe that when he started that particular area, I knew that he had gone there to protect the image of the government. The government had lost the drug war against the citizens. They had lost the war. The media is on top of this game, and the citizens are right behind the media. The government is trying to find a way that they'll be able to balance. And they have fought hard. They have sent the propaganda team on every different station, and they're still losing a battle. I believe that this thing here going to cause us as a country will have a lot of defaults in the decisions the international community going to be making for us in our interest, because they see that the whole investigation is halted. The international community is sitting down and they're listening to the side of the public. They're listening to the side of the media. And they're also listening to the side of the government. And what the government is trying to project to the mind of the people is that what they are seeing is being done because they have helping hand from the international community to make us, the people, believe that the government is on the right track and we should relax and let them do their job. But as you see it, the media is on top of this, like Rodney Sear said on the show last night, is that This war that they're trying to fight is to protect the character of the future of these people in government. And if you're going to measure that with the amount of people that are suffering and the amount of people that have died and the amount of people that are going through the trauma from this drug business, I think they're being very, very selfish. They're being very, very selfish. But I believe that the investigation going to turn against the government from what I see. Because
All right, thank you.
Mr.
Dishu. Yeah, thank you. Maybe tomorrow again we'll still highlight the entire um, letter, or as you may call, intelligence report submitted to the office of the president or to President Bwaka, in 2025, telling the president about the job, and so forth. But Ali, go ahead. Before go to the lab,
anybody who said the president didn't receive that document, that's a blatant lie. Yes, that's a blatant lie. And if there is any reason, if there is somebody in the president office and that document was sent to the president, they didn't submit it to the president should fire that person immediately. But you can't tell me that the entire National Security Agency, every one of them will put together and prepare this document, the classified document, and just be keeping it without sending it to the president. Then what kind of work are they doing? They prepared the document and sent it to the president. He did receive it. You listen to Randy over and over. He said the president received the document. This man, he know how to do his job. Okay. He won't just come out and say something. I always tell people, just as during the previous administration, Unity Party people had people planted within CDC that can even tell them the color of socks George Weah wore before wearing a shoe. That's the same thing in the government. You think that everybody working with you happy with what you're doing? Or because you're giving them 1 or 2 cents? There are people close to you. They giving out this information. How you think Randy CA managed to get those documents? To tell you that people in your office, people close to you, they are not happy with some of these things. And the president, I believe and I know President Bwaka received those documents, but he did some checking and he knows some people that really tied to it, to these people, so he pretend like he didn't receive it.
well, yeah.
10 seconds, please. I don't really.
I'm not even leaving you. I just wanted to just add up to you quickly because I'm getting report. In fact, 2 minutes ago now on the web, in fact, on the page of the executive mansion. So executive mansion denied claims of President Bwaka receiving. By the way, go ahead. I just wanted to
they were denied because it is a shame.
The propaganda being
So executive mansion rejects front page Africa's claims on perpetual confidential intelligence reports submitted to the president.
That's damage control now. But it is a shame the government that came to power for them to admit to it that, oh yeah, the president received the document. You and I know nobody will come out to say, oh yeah, President Bwaka received that document. They had to deny. Yesterday, the Unity Party folks, they were the one that used to be passing all around with front page Africa newspaper in all the various channels, posting it on social media that they may know his job and he can give credible information. But today, no. Front page Africa, they have become fake news carrier. What a deception and hypocrisy for. When it is on them, no. But when, I don't really know. Yesterday, you celebrated front page Africa, but today you can't celebrate him.
Aliyu, let me tell you this. Let me tell you, you guys forget something. This is the work of the cartel. First and foremost thing they're trying to do here desperately is to discredit Rodney Seed.
Exactly.
Whatever that he's bringing out, they want to discredit him. They want to make him like a pariah that no matter what he says, it shouldn't be believed. And at the end of the day, the whole investigation will get bamboozled in that direction. It will be a stalemate and nothing you get from it. That's the goal here.
So quickly, in passing quickly, so we still have little time. Let me ask
you quickly. Valuable information. Why are you people threatening him now? If you know the story you putting out there, they are fake. Why are you threatening him? Why? Go ahead,
I mean, Ali, you don't know.
So I want to ask you people quickly in passing because mind you, this government especially some of their officials, they always good at denying the senator, in fact, Senator Davis, they don't also once upon a time deny front page Africa or writing, I don't know, business class and so forth. And at the end of the day, front page Africa was able to leak all of the information. And Senator Dino came out and apologized. Are we expecting apologies coming very soon? Because from this, what we are seeing now is like this entire drugs issue will not end soon. Look at Julia, what say you? This is
Mayborn,
very interesting.
Mayborn, you have sophisticated criminals in positions, and you expect them to admit to the wrongdoing. No, they know how to massage the information to the point where even journalists or government officials will support the lies. I don't expect them to come back and admit to it. If they will admit to anything, up until today's date, they will come and apologize to the public for lying that the president did not know about the FOIA project. Have they admitted to that and apologized to you? Mayborn, of all of the things that are happening in the country today, all right, have they admitted to any of them the wrongdoings? Have they actually accepted that they were lying about President Boyka's experience and the fact that he was parked and not used instead until he gets to the presidency? They experience it. Have they acknowledged and apologized to you? Maybe you must be ready to think. If you're in utopia, come on back on earth. Come back and live with us on earth so that you can feel the pinch of dishonesty, lies. You would not get any apology. They would not admit to the fact that they lied about this document and the fact that they are contributing to the distribution and manufacturing of drugs right out of Liberia. That's who the Unity Party is. That's who they remain. That's exactly what you get out of them. Nothing more, nothing less. Because they don't understand governance. They are a bunch of propagandists, liars. I'll stop at that though.
Well, Mr. Tishu, quickly, what say you? With that kind of a case, are we deeping more wounds than maybe solving the problem? Okay, yes, maybe I received, or maybe I did not receive, and so forth, but deny all of the claim now. Are we opening another Pandora box that will take off a little time?
I said it ever since that the war is on. The war is between the government versus the media and the people from public opinion perception. This is the war that is on right now. Daniel Sanders had tried. He had gone to different radio stations and he couldn't make it. The questions that were given, that were asked, he could not answer them. They had tried in every means to see whether they could beat the media and the public perception about this drug business because they knew they were going to drown. So the serious problem that the government is letting the public know one thing, the international community knows another thing, and the public perception with the media has their own say on this. So this war is on, and we have to keep it up because we have to put all our bazookas and all of that on this particular setting. The people do not want to tell us the source, and the people do not want to tell us the root of how this particular goods came into Liberia. They've been covered up because those two answers, the answers for those two questions rather, will reveal the whole cocktail. And that which they done able to compromise on it at a particular time. Like I said before, they're still trying to be selective in who they're going to put up as a big hand because we're still asking for the big hand. They threw in Paul King, and they felt that the public were going to fall in for Paul King being a big hand. But then understanding that other hands are in it, and the government refused after all the information and intel that had been given to them, they refused to come out openly and tell the Liberian people what actually is happening. So Joseph Boga is actually backing the cartels in another sense, and that is bad because the international community is taking note of these things. And these things will hamper him. But I believe that the president won't give a damn again. The man look at his age. He said the boys are around, let them run the show. He just there as a president. And I believe that is exactly what is happening right now. Because if the president is on top of his game, trying to keep that respect as a president of a country that so destitute from all what have been happening, I think he will have presented himself on the decisions that he's going to take. Will it be in favor of the people and in the interest of the country internationally? So I believe that they failing, and at the end, the government going to lose this particular battle. Thank you.
Great.
Debo,
So
can I
I
ask a
think
quick
let's
question?
make this.
Debo, let me just ask a quick question. Then hopefully people who will call can answer
No,
that.
we will not go to the line today. That's the kind of announcement I just wanted to make quickly so that I can come back to you because no much time. We sincerely apologize to all of our callers. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll
call
go
us
to the line
tomorrow. We
because
go back on the topic.
yeah,
We will say call.
yeah,
We
thank
get
you.
more
You
to
also
add on to it
call.
tomorrow,
But
please.
no much time. So I wanted us to really go a little bit into the later news. I don't know how, in fact, it's going to play or Lofa Julius because it's like maybe now the burden of proof is now on the media, especially coming from Winning CA end. And I don't know how they're going to go about with this and how they're going to happen after there are other people too also who are also in court. And the court are also saying that in fact they have a probable case that in fact they're going to hold the people accountable. So what's going to happen with the entire trust issue? Where are we heading to with the entire trust issue?
Maybe, here's the thing.
All my share them. One make okay, you bring it back.
Aliyu, try to meet yourself. No, maybe. First and foremost, the document was somehow validated yesterday by the former DEA boss, Abe Komar.
Yeah.
He stated that he saw it.
We were aware of it. Yeah.
He was aware of it.
Yeah.
But he equally tried to dismiss it in a way, say, oh, because a bunch of people that, all those things. But the fact there is that it emanated from the DEA because the former boss there acknowledged that. More beside, the person that succeeded Mr. Kumar over there, I think Mr. Su or whatever his name was, this man mentioned on the podium at the Ministry of Information that indeed the drug issue has the hands
Closing now on our Mr. Collins. So when we're talking and I manage the time because we are now almost now.
Yeah, so let me just close on that, Maples. I just wanted to point those things out if you ask the question that indeed, no matter what they talk about portraying the legal actions, yes, this was validated. It was acknowledged by the former DEA boss that indeed this document was generated in his department. At the DEA. So I don't know what is there to be so dismissive of. The question there is that whether the president received it or not. But now it's in the circle. What are you going to do to help the fight of drugs? But to come and be so dismissive because they try to tarnish the reputation of Robert C. They will bring all of the bazookas, everything, to attack his credibility and be dismissive of the realities. That's all. Anywhere that information emanates from. So, maybe if you ask the question whether your president will apologize, your president ever apologized to you for anything?
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. We see you on tomorrow. Lufa, go ahead, my brother, so we can go over
So let me Mibon, let me say this, right? And that's part of the reason why I often put my chest up and my head high when I say I support Mr. Alexander B. Cummings for the presidency because he is consistent and he remains committed to what he believes in. When he says to people who support him, if you supported me to be a big shot, then you're supporting the wrong person. And I think probably that's part of the reason why most Liberians will say we will not support you because we want to be a part of the cartel. But here's my thing. You would not get any apology from no President Boycott. If he had any apology to render, that apology would have been from the 4-year incident where they admitted that they took Liberians' money, invested it in the project that is of no use to Liberia. He lied about it. They said, don't tell old man he lied. He told a story, even though it means the same thing, you lied. So take it however way you want to. He told a story. Now let's speak about the issue of drugs. Brother Dashi or somebody, I think it was Brother Cunning, said They admitted, the previous LDA boss admitted to the fact that, yes, that document had been in existence. He's knowledgeable of the document. But to protect, okay, the fact that, remember now, he just got appointed. After he was relieved of his previous position, he got reappointed. So now he have to come in defense of what is happening to protect his current appointment. You expect him to admit that, no, this document had been in existence. The president was actually given the document. Yes, the president office was presented the document. Did he act on it? The answer is, where did you last see the president upon his return from Turkey? If he was in the church preaching against drugs abuse and the fight against drugs, then no, the president did not get the letter or the communication. But if you saw him in the nightclub where people are only doing two things, smoking, drinking, or doing drugs, then that is a form of endorsement that, yes, he agreed with it. So my answer to you, my brother, if you don't fight, you in the media to protect the integrity of this institution and truly represent why you are referred to as the fourth estate, then it is upon you. President Barker would not apologize because he supports bad behavior. He would say, let the crumbs fall in place, just like it is often done on the part of President Barker. Thanks to all of you for being a part of the conversation. Always an honor and a pleasure to serve in this capacity, representing the people of Liberia. Thank you all.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Where is Mr. Dishu? I think Mr. Dishu already true already. But Ali, what say you?
Maybe the problem here is anybody in Unity Party, when they tell you today Monday, check your calendar to make sure if today is Monday. Those people, they are all bunch of diabolical liars. They lie so much. These are all liars. You want to tell me the entire security apparatus, those people are paid taxpayer money, and the president will give them work to do for them to look at their map, look at the country, lay the country out, and to know how drugs is coming to the country, those hotspot zones. And if they can tell those people that are connected to the importation of drugs into the country, and they will do such a brilliant work, and just after doing that, when they kept it in their office, we are presenting it to the president, make it make sense to me.
But Ali, let me just add to the quick before we go. Even on this very show you got talking about here, Yeke Kolba acknowledged, he immediately pointed to one of the individuals, he in particular arrested that individual on numerous occasions during the Taylor's era. He didn't equivocate, he didn't bite his tongue, nothing. He said emphatically that this person, I arrested them on numerous occasions and they are being involved with drugs, and that person was married to so and so person. So, I mean, what's there to dismiss, to be so dismissive of the document? The document will help you to do so many things for the interest of the nation. I'll let you continue, man.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. And maybe the document was presented to the president. Bakai received that document, he went through it. But the president have no plan to fight drugs in our country. Everything that Bakai is doing that show that these are all rhetorics. See him going to take drug tests and things. These are rhetoric to tell Liberian people, don't believe Bakai when Bakai tell you one. Make sure if it is one. And this is how the entire government is looking. Those people, they lie and they lie about everything. You expect them to come out to say, oh yes, the president received the document. That would be a disgrace to a government that came to fight drugs. And such a brilliant unclassified document was sent to him that he's supposed to act upon, and he just put it down. Today, September 2025, the document were prepared and sent to the president. He didn't do anything. Another one was sent to him January of 2026. He didn't do anything. May, they arrested or just left the country. June, they arrested another one. If they were not to arrest that one by now, July, Consame already left the country. They know. But why make you think that since they've been owing all the media institution, The government, they didn't pay them off, but as soon as drugs business came out, that's the time they see to pay them, because they want to silence the media. They want to hold on them. Yeah, what you want to say, Lofa? Go on.
No, I was going to say, don't call my uncle a liar.
So no, the president can lie. The president
you can't say he's a liar. Say he told stories.
He tells stories. Thank you.
He misspoke.
Yeah, he misspoke. I misspoke. So that's it. The president, they received the document, but these people, just imagine America with all their human rights they can talk about. But the way Donald Trump say he will get rid of the drugs cartel, the moment they say that boat over there, that drugs inside, he bumping it to tell you how serious he is to fight drugs. But today, our president, they will give him document about the drugs cartel, those hard zone in the country where the drugs are coming from, and he paid no attention to it. Yeah, another document were given to him in 2026 January. He pays no attention to it. And this is why today they have started threatening people, because they thought
I think we have another panel coming on, another program going on right now. So
okay.
All right, guys. Take care now. We'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right, guys. Good night,
so
guys.
We're saying there's a growth in capitalism as a result of a census that we conducted. You set a treasury that is acceptable, nationally and nationally. Because when the people say, that during election is free and fair but not credible, I mean, these are variables that they are alluded to that we need to put in place. So that is why today SSI would consider it as a plus, and we got the number that are required to pass. The threshold is passed now, so it's going to be sent to the Senate for concurrence. They have it. Maybe if they have reasoning to do an adjustment, fine. And so that's what we are. So we're saying no. We're saying there's a growth in population as a result of a census that we conducted. We set a treasury that is acceptable, nationally and nationally. Because when the people say,
there are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. What about people who waiting to sell? The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us the end of parents from them. So welcome and life with African.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Le pari su America you ake Sktv benyo. Se macheni tina ke ase manjamu. Engi sano muni emu aye yo. Engi lofa mui emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
Ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena kwanagli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena kwanagli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena napagiyari na ya tumale, Sktv, ena napagiyari na, tosi wako maya tumale.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. What about people who waiting to sell? The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. To work with my life with Africa. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv,